Good evening, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living organization to Yog Vaashishtha evening session. Today we are on 27th session, and we are fortunate to be blessed with the presence of our mentor Yatinji with us. And also today Kashi Bhaiyya, a very well-known faculty from Art of Living, will be joining us and guiding us, taking us a session of Yog Vaashishtha today. So very, very blessed day today. Today we will begin our session by chanting the glory of the Master Guru Parampara, Guru Puja. So today's Guru Puja Pandit Sangeeta ji is there with us. Rashna ji also have joined with us. And all other Guru Puja Pandits are welcome to join and perform the Guru Puja. Even if you have done the phase 1, if you are not able to perform the Guru Puja, you are welcome to do the chanting. No? Those who have not yet done, let us take a Sankalpa to do so. And then those who have not yet done the Guru Puja phase 1, they can just close their eyes and do the mantra snanam. They can just meditate along with. So let's all close our eyes. We'll begin our session by chanting Om 3 times. आराम से बैठ जाए. रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी, गर्दन सीधी, shoulders relaxed, hands on the thighs, open to the sky. एक साधारण सांस अंदर ले और छोड़ दे, खाली हो जाए. गुरुदेव कहते भूतकाल त्याग करने योग्य है, सुखद या दुखद. एक गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले और सांस को छोड़ते छोड़ते अपने भूतकाल का त्याग कर दे. गुरु का आवाहन कर ले. आवाहनम आवाहनम आवाहनम. पुनः पुनः. गुरु वंदना कर ले. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री श्री गुरवे नमः. गुरु से प्रार्थना कर ले. अपने मुख से निकलने वाले हर एक शब्द, हर एक वाणी, अपने सारे कर्म एवं विचार, अपने बुद्धि के अंदर जागृत होने वाला विवेक, अपने स्मृति के अंदर तैयार हो रहे इंप्रेशंस, संस्कारास, और यदि अब भी अहम का थोड़ा भाव बाकी है तो वो भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें. मुमुक्षत्व की राह पे चलने वाले हम लोग, मुक्ति और मोक्ष की राह पे चलने वाले हम लोग, किसी कारणवश लौट के यहाँ पे आना भी पड़े तो वो भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें. अपने भीतर और बाहर गुरु का सानिध्य महसूस करें और एक हल्की सी मुस्कान के साथ अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो. जय गुरुदेव. Kashi Bhaiyya is there with us. Kashi Bhaiyya will be performing the Guru Puja. Is that okay?
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.
Yeah.
Kashi Bhaiyya.
So we are just going to perform a Guru Puja and then we'll begin with the session. Is that okay, Kashi Bhaiyya?
Sure. Then I've just finished the Rudra Puja. I just thought I'll send blessings immediately.
Please bless us for today's Guru Puja.
आप कर लीजिए. I'll join back again after some time.
Yeah. Please be with us if possible.
Jai Gurudev.
Yes, Jai Guru. Yeah, Rachna ji, over to you. Please continue the Guru Puja. Rachna ji, are you going to begin?
I could not unmute myself. Sorry. सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मच्छ्रीगुरुपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् पवित्रो वा सर्वावस्थाङ्गतोऽपि वा यस्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षं सबाह्याभ्यन्तरः शुचिः आवाहनं नारायणं पद्मभवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं त्रोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरुं सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः यद्वारे निखिलानि लिम्पपरिषत् सिद्धिं विधत्ते निशं श्रीमच्छ्रीलसितं जगद्गुरुपदं नत्वात्मतृप्तिं गतः लोकाज्ञानपयोदपाटनधुरं श्रीशङ्करं शर्मदं ब्रह्मानन्द सरस्वतीं गुरुवरं ध्यायामि ज्योतिर्मयम् आवाहनं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः आसनं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः स्नानं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः वस्त्रं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः चन्दनं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः अक्षतां समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः पुष्पं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः धूपं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः दीपं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः आचमनीयं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः नैवेद्यं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः आचमनीयं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरण कमलेभ्यो नमः। ताम्बूलं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरण कमलेभ्यो नमः। श्रीफलं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरण कमलेभ्यो नमः। आराधिक्यं कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। आराधिक्यं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। आचमनीयं समर्पयामि श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। पुष्पाञ्जलिं गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्री ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं विश्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणसहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि श्री श्री गुरुचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि काशी भैया श्री चरण कमलेभ्यो नमः।
slowly and gradually you may open your eyes. धीरे से अपनी आंखें खोल सकते हो. So welcome everybody. हमारी योग वशिष्ठ की जो मॉर्निंग और इवनिंग की टीम है, उन सभी टीम के बिहाफ पे आप सभी का फिर से एक बार योग वशिष्ठ सेशन में स्वागत है. तो काशी भैया इज जस्ट ऑन द ट्रैवल. एक्चुअली उन्होंने अभी रुद्र पूजा फिनिश किया है एंड ही इज ऑन द वे, सो ही विल बी जॉइनिंग विद अस इन अनदर 5 to 10 minutes. So till that point of time, we have our mentor Yatin also with us. So we'll request Yatin to just kind of give an overview of Yog Vaashishtha to all of us. So Yatin, till Kashi Bhaiyya joins with us, just give what this Yog Vaashishtha is all about. How all this started. So just quick overview of Yog Vaashishtha. Over to you.
Okay. Yeah, the language has to be English, Hindi, Marathi. But it can be.
It's better to be English, Hindi.
English? Okay.
English and Hindi दोनों भी करेंगे तो ठीक.
अच्छा, all right. ठीक है. So, Jai Gurudev. It's such a pleasure to be here on the evening sessions. Yog Vaashishtha. So there are two things to talk about. One is how this entire series, these episodes, they have started. And the second part is about Yog Vaashishtha. So one fine night, 11:30 p.m., Someshwar called me and he said, "Can you help me in organizing the Yog Vaashishtha sessions?" Because he had already announced and he wanted somebody to do something with this. And I said, Yog Vaashishtha is my favorite. Anytime you ask me, I'll join. So next day, after receiving a call at 11:30 p.m., next day, 7:30 a.m., I was supposed to be ready. Okay. So I had to have a sleep, prepare in the morning, take a nice bath, etc. with a clean shave and come there. That is how the entire episode started. And we never thought, myself and Someshwar, we were supposed to play videos of Honorable Rishi Nitya Pragya ji. And then it was just supposed to be that his videos would be played. And then if at all there is something needed, then we will do something, we'll have some chat. But once those videos started and then there were more questions and I was the only one who was supposed to handle all these questions that time. So I started getting engaged into that, and then slowly we realized we need to have deeper sessions on Yog Vaashishtha. So after the end of 17 videos by Rishi Nitya Pragya ji, then we thought of creating another series of Yog Vaashishtha, and this was absolutely open-ended. We did not know as to how many sessions it will continue. Even today also we don't know. We have completed 85 sessions till today, and we didn't know how many more sessions would be there. Fortunately, the response was amazing, and those who are attending these sessions live in the morning at 7:30 a.m., they want more and more. It is like a dil mange more. We want more and more such sessions. And Someshwar has been very compassionate in extending it and taking them all the way, keeping it open-ended. So he has done all these jugglery, okay, in manipulating his own courses, in his other sessions, etc. But kept this slot live for so long, and he has promised it will continue. So this is how the Yog Vaashishtha sessions are going on. We are diving deep into the contents of Yog Vaashishtha. And it was so amazing. People were so much interested that people were really willing to read along the whole journey. So Someshwar, true to his style, he created all those WhatsApp groups, motivated people to start reading, discuss. I mean, it has been really a very well organized episode so far, and that is how it has been going on. Now, coming to Yog Vaashishtha, to be put in simple words, somebody who is not willing to continue the life, okay, despite having all the pleasures. So the person who was having this kind of dispassion, which came out of some observation, some thought. It was not out of any incidents, any ghatna so far. Okay, it was purely out of thought. And who was this person? He was the prince of Ayodhya, who had all the pleasures around him. Whatever he could demand, he could have demanded, and everything was ready to be there in front of him. Despite having all such pleasures, and remember, it is when the age of enjoyment is just beginning. It is not also that one has enjoyed for a long period of time and then he has got bored, and after that he says, no, there is no fun in life. This is without even going through that. Just the age of 15 to 16, at that boundary where the entire life is now going to open up. That time the thought came into the mind of Lord Sri Ram, and he said, oh, I don't feel like living, because simple reason, whatever you do to have happiness, pleasure, that doesn't give you happiness or pleasure. And there is where Vasishtha Rishi, he guides him and he says that this, how to live this life. He gives him the art of living that time. And from there, this person who was so dispassionate, he had actually mentioned during his talks, Lord Ram, he mentions that if I don't get this knowledge, I don't have any willingness to live this life, to continue this life. And as such, I would have finished my life by myself, but committing suicide is not permitted as per the scriptures. So I don't want to do that. But now you please guide me. Otherwise, I'm now giving up on my food, and I'll sit here and then slowly, gradually, I'll end this life with your permission. Now think of a person with such a state of mind, and then what we know him today. We know him as Purushottam, the supreme person so far that we have seen. Okay, and that way, a person who is transformed from this state of mind, where he is now ready to give up the life and he has become a Purushottam. What is that knowledge? That knowledge is very Yog Vaashishtha. Okay, and Yog Vaashishtha tells as to one front where all this creation is like a dream, it's an illusion. In addition to that, forget if you are not ready to accept it as illusion or a dream, but if you are running behind the pleasures, then there are multiple sources of pleasures, okay, and they never end. Currently we are on the same topic. They never end. You run after pleasures in the form of food, in the form of sex, in the form of having tourism, in the form of having anything that you want. But end of the day, they are not give you permanent pleasure. You will have to keep on running. As against that, the real pleasure is only one, which is within us. So if you go to that, you have all the sources, all the pleasure. And to me, at least, it is a very common sense. If I want pleasure, then instead of running after 10 things which are going to end sometime, then I would go to something which is one only. Okay, very simple, which doesn't need any efforts, which doesn't need any money, no tools, nothing is required. Just sit with yourself and you have that ultimate pleasure, and it is guaranteed that it is never going to end. So then why, like a fool, to run around so many things, run after so many things, and then again end up in pain? Instead of that, get into something which is constant, which is so easily available. And this is the message that Yog Vaashishtha gives. So through this, all this happiness, all this pleasure, one can simply achieve by sitting at one place. Of course, for that, there are some practices, and then the entire hierarchy of how one should be living one's life, that is totally given in Yog Vaashishtha. There are various stages of progress, right? And they start from being an ordinary person, then having a thought that, oh, okay, I have to first think that all these things that I'm looking for are not going to give me pleasure. Then fine, let me start searching for the real sources of pleasure. Who can give me, right? Then people go to various sources like gurus, and then start studying scriptures, and then start meditating, do yoga, right? All these things, and slowly they reach to that state. So it is a journey. and that journey has to be done. Okay, without that, it is not so easily possible. Second thing, it is an effort, definitely, and Yog Vaashishtha is purely on self-efforts. There is no scope for any fate, any luck. It doesn't give any permission there. By the way, Someshwar ji, please stop me as soon as Kashi Bhaiyya is there. Otherwise, I will continue. All the 85 sessions will be done here itself.
No, please continue. Continue.
So there is no scope for fate, luck, nothing. Okay, it is all doing and achieving big things in this life. Very simple message for everybody who is in this samsara, whether he is a sannyasi or he is a person who is in marital life or a student or a businessman or anybody that person is. All the secrets, all the formulae are given in Yoga Vaashishtha, and they are you can simply correlate to your goals. If somebody's goal is like, I want to give up everything in life and I want to become a sannyasi, how to do that? Your goal is moksha, so start studying the scriptures, be in the company of Guru and achieve what you want. But not everybody is supposed to do that, otherwise this samsara will come to end. So those who are in marital life, okay, fine, this is your goal, to have pleasure for all your family members, make sure they get what they deserve. Then you have to do your daily routine, you have to do your job or business, whatever you are doing. So those are your goals. And for that, whatever formulas are given, right, the one which is applicable for achieving nirvana or moksha, exactly those things are also applicable here. You have less desires or drop your desires, be focused what you want to achieve. Okay, then be compassionate, understand the people. Everybody is again like your own creation. This is all dream, right? So that's how you see the relationship. Be compassionate and think that they are again part of yourself. They are not somebody who are separate. See that they are also product of their own upbringing, right? All these things are given for a marital life. Then somebody who is a student, for him, okay, you want to achieve your goals, great. You have got these 4 doorkeepers, the 4 dwarpal, which are your shama, then you have santosh, that is contentment, then you have vichar, thought, and satsang, of course. So, okay, you are a student, be focused on these things. You have your all these 4 gatekeepers with you, and then don't look anywhere else. You have, of course, have to drop your passions, desires. You cannot simply be a student of a competitive exam and then keep on focusing on watching movies, going out for trekking, enjoying parties. That way, your results, you will not get. Very simple line they have mentioned, as are the efforts, so are the fruits. If I am putting huge efforts, my fruits are also equally high. If I am dropping my efforts, my fruits also will similarly come down. As simple as that. Very subtle and very straightforward knowledge. When I started initially reading it, I thought, oh God, why didn't I receive this in the beginning itself, like many years ago? It was like taking a hammer and putting that all knowledge into your head straight. That, okay, take this, take this, take this. Simple. It is so straightforward. So all our perceptions or our concepts, they are all dropped. And that is the beauty of Yog Vaashishtha. It also tells you how to be a great enjoyer, which is called Mahabhokta, great doer, which is Mahakarta, and then somebody who can sacrifice, make big sacrifices, Mahatyagi. Okay, so all these things are also very well described here in Yoga Vaashishtha, and I believe that is the most ultimate thing, because if you have these 3 things with you, you will enjoy everything that comes in life. Okay, we typically have a feeling that, okay, I'll enjoy all good things. But when bad things come, so-called bad things, which are like diseases or some calamities, right, some losses, then we cannot really absorb them. Most of the times, our tendency is, I'll take good or I will reject good. Okay, like a sannyasi, okay, I don't want to eat sweets. Fine, that is okay for me. But then offer him bottle good or any other, what is that, Karela, okay, and ask him whether you can eat that. No, I don't like this. I am a sannyasi, I want sattvic food only. Okay, this want is again a bondage. Here is where that Mahabhukta, the great enjoyer, comes in picture. Says, whatever comes to you, enjoy. You like paneer, okay, take paneer. But if you are not getting paneer, you are given something else. You are given baked beans. Okay, this is paneer for me. This is sausage for me. I'll enjoy it. That ability is given through Yog Vaashishtha. So you don't demand anything. Whatever comes, you enjoy. Whether it is good, whether it is bad, pleasant, unpleasant, everything we can take. That is a big thing to have in life. Okay, most of the time we complain about a few things that we don't like or that we don't have, but this is something that is given. Then it also talks about great doer. Okay, we are not ordinary people. I always say this, even on this forum, I have said multiple times. We are the ones who are having good habits, who are having practices of yoga, meditation. Okay, we have done Guru Sudarshan Kriya. We have our Guru with us. And because of all these things, our intellect also is great. And we are really fortunate because we are on a very good path. So when all so many things are with us, why should we be ordinary people? Okay, in this world, we have seen many people who are doing wrong things. And trust me, they are not great people. They are doing wrong things because in a way, directly or indirectly, take it with a pinch, we are not doing great things. And that is where the problem comes. Great people, the good people, so-called good people like us, we don't do great things. That is why ordinary people do some negative great things. That is why we see terrorism, crime, so many things where these people are rising. Had we done really great jobs ourselves with all this power with us, with Guru grace, with so much of confidence, with such nice practices, then this world would have been really a beautiful place. So we still have time. Let's start doing it. That is what that Mahakarta is. While doing, I mean, that is my perception. Yog Vaashishtha doesn't mention about such great acts to be done. But my question is simple. If Lord Ram became a Purushottam, or all these great seers, whether it is Jesus Christ, or whether it is Buddha, or whether it is Sri Krishna, or anybody, right? If they were great doers, why can't us be? Why can't we? It is simple, because they got this knowledge, they did it. We also get this knowledge and we also become great doers in life. Why to be ordinary? Why to settle with small, less? Let's do the big things. Okay, that is the great doer. But with that, we don't expect anything. That is what the Mahakarta is. Whatever it is to be done, it is an act for Guru, by Guru, my whole expression. It is, as Someshwar ji usually says in the beginning of the sessions, and today also he said, right, my entire expression, whether it is my any layer of the body, whether it is body, breath, mind, intellect, right, ego, or myself, whatever it is coming out, it is an expression of Guru's act itself. Then in that case, let this body, which is here, let it do the best things. Why should I settle with small things? Okay, it has to be appearing like an act done by Guru, whoever he is. My Guru is Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji, your Guru may be somebody else, but he is also doing great jobs. So do it like that. Okay, that is Mahakarta. No expectations. It is an expression of simply Guru. And then third is drop all these perceptions, inhibitions. This is right, that is wrong. This needs a muhurta, that needs a right occasion, etc., etc. I'll drop all this. The Mahatyagi will happily eat stale food also if the situation comes to that. That is what is mentioned in Yog Vaashishtha. Right? There is no concept. Everything is good. Why? Because again, it is part of the creation. So this is how all these three things are there. Finally, it also mentions, Yog Vaashishtha also mentions that all these sorrows, all pains that we keep on complaining about are, end of the day, they are of the mind. Body doesn't suffer at all. Okay, we have seen so many examples, like we get local anesthesia and we get operated. So where is the pain? There is no pain. Is body suffering? No. But if you see it, then out of fear we start shouting. We have seen many examples. Okay, I have my nephew and my son also. If I just simply point my finger to him and say, okay, now you start laughing, otherwise I will come and tickle you. So just by that concept, he starts laughing. I mean, there is 5 feet distance between my finger and his body, but still he starts laughing. Okay, it's not a touch to the body, it is all mind. So that is there are many stories which describe this. Yog Vaashishtha is full of stories. If we compare with Bhagavad Gita, there are hardly any stories, or there may not be any story. But in Yog Vaashishtha, there are almost 54 stories, and which are full of various rasa. Rasa is various flavors of life, right? We have romance in that, we have laughter, we have sorrow, we have dhrina, bibhatsaras, right? All various various flavors of literature, they are there. So it is really beautiful. And finally, I will say before I stop, if you have still not started reading Yog Vaashishtha, I say you are missing the boat. Okay, you are walking on water without a boat, without any floaters. So make sure you get Yog Vaashishtha, start reading it, because that is the scripture to be read. Okay, no matter how you feel it is boring, some people call it as a sleeping pill. I start reading and then I go to sleep. Doesn't matter. I don't get it. No problem. We have come to a situation. I am an engineer. Someshwar is an engineer, but we did not score 100 out of 100 in all the subjects. That means we had to drop something, whatever we are studying, right? So similarly, it's okay. You also have gone through exams. You did not score 100 out of 100 in everything. So if you don't get it, leave it, no problem. The Yog Vaashishtha itself promises that you start reading. If you are not understanding, leave it, proceed. And after a few days, you will be easily able to correlate what you had read that time and how it is. So read. That is the only thing I'll say. There was a lady who shared her experience. She started reading Yog Vaashishtha, and there were times when she was so busy during the day, she did not get time to read Yog Vaashishtha. But while sleeping, she just read one word of the book and kept it aside and slept. That is the habit, that is the Sankalpa we have to have. Come what may, I can read. Okay, I am literate enough to read, and then whether I am knowledgeable enough to understand it or not is a different story. That knowledge is, we are reading it for getting the knowledge. Okay, so there is no question of understanding. You first have to read, later you will get the knowledge. Again, you read, you will realize that few things are getting clearer and clearer. So start reading. I think that is the ultimate message I will give. And those who have started reading, they can all share their experiences. That is the thing to have in life. Okay. I should stop here, Yog Vaashishtha, for this thing now, Someshwarji, or anything else you want to add?
No, that's absolutely fine, Yatin. Yes, so we have our team. If any one of us would like to share their experience going through these sessions, they are welcome to do so. Ushaji, would you like to say something?
Well, let's see. I think I was saying to Someshwar ji that I just, by the grace, happened upon a video on Amazon which talked about quantum physics. Another video that was very informative, but I think the thing that struck me the most was the correlation between the information I was hearing and seeing and this book. It's just astounding to me how the wisdom in this book is so far advanced. It's just amazing. And so I don't know exactly, I can't remember exactly how I began this journey with this book and with you all, but I'm really glad I did and grateful that I did begin this journey and meet so many wise, knowledgeable, great people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ushaji. Thanks for sharing your experience. Kashi Bhaiyya is there with us. Kashi Bhaiyya, over to you.
Jai Gurudev. So as you can see, I'm still stuck in the outside. Wasn't able to reach my room because there were so many people on the way. And that is what the Yog Vaashishtha is all about. How can when we get stuck in the world, just like Rama was stuck in the world, and he couldn't find a way out. And that's when he asked his guru. And he said that I have everything. I have a great job, I have a great family, I have everything. And yet I can feel some despondency. Something is lacking. And that's when the Yoga Vaashishtha happened. And the Yoga Vaashishtha truly is a way for someone who has walked on the path, and after having all the knowledge, feels that there is something more to be done. That's when the Yoga Vaashishtha comes in. And for me, the Yoga Vaashishtha is truly about expanding beyond the intellect. We are so used to living our life with the intellect, isn't it? Trying to make sense of everything that we see, experience through all the five senses. If I hear someone saying something, it needs to make sense. Then I can accept it. But the Yoga Vaashishtha takes the next step. Now, transcending the intellect is different from negating the intellect. And that for me is one of the most key points in the Yoga Vaashishtha. It can seem like a fantastic story and you say, well, it doesn't make sense. Or it can allow us to go beyond the intellect. As children, we were not bound by the shackles of the intellect. In the Vigyan Bhairav, Gurudev said many very, very nice things. But one of the things he said so beautifully, he said that it is our knowledge that binds us. And then he clarified, he said, supposing someone does something to me, and I know that that person has done something to me, then that knowledge makes me miserable. So in a certain sense, if we look at it, when we experience this world, and then we make sense of it, our intellect analyzes and says, this is how things are. And when we say this is how things are, that's what can bring us misery. Not always, but that can be the source of misery. और अगर आप देखो कि आपके हर दुख के पीछे बुद्धि ही, तो योग वशिष्ठ में यही बात है कि बुद्धि के परे कैसे, बुद्धि को नकारने की बात नहीं है, पर बुद्धि के परे कैसे जाए. और यही बात जितनी जल्दी से हमें अनुभव में आ जाए, तब योग वशिष्ठ हमने. What do you say? Good idea. So as usual, any questions anyone wants to ask or say something? Since I'm on my phone, it might make sense if someone reads out or asks, or maybe you can unmute and ask.
Hey, Gurudev, Kashi Bhaiyya.
Hey, Gurudev.
How does one go beyond the, like, हमें पता है कि yes, it's good. You want to also go beyond the buddhi, but buddhi का आ जाती है, memories come. You want to get over them, but they come. How does one transcend the buddhi and the memories?
By reading the Yoga Vaashishtha. It's like if you want to learn swimming, then your coach pushes you into the pool once, and then again, and then again, and eventually you learn swimming. So just keep jumping into the pool, and this is a very great pool that you have, a very good Sangha. So when you jump into the pool, you better have an instructor nearby, so, or at least other people nearby, so that you don't drown. If you just jump into a pool without someone to help you around, then you could drown. And that's why a Sangha is so valuable. So just like on a Zoom call, when someone is talking and when someone is talking and someone unmutes themselves by mistake, then things can get confusing and distracting. In the same way, the world can get quite distracting because there are so many different inputs coming to us. जीवन जीते हैं तो कई तरह के हमारे इंद्रियों पर आघात होता है, प्रहार होता है, तो उस सब से बाकी सबको म्यूट करके एक चीज को अनम्यूट करना, ये योग वशिष्ठ है. The intellect keeps analyzing, does so many different things, and when we see all these different inputs coming in, when we are able to mute all the unnecessary ones and focus on the one that we really want to, then that's it.
Thank you. Yeah, so beautiful. Thank you for the Sangha.
Great. And what do you do to maintain the Sangha? You know, if you notice, whenever you come together in a group, after some time, people want to move away and go away. How does a Sangha maintain itself? By Seva. When you have some activity, have you noticed when there are children, if you don't give them something to do, then they're going to create all kinds of mischief. If you have a group of children coming over, then you better have some activities planned for them. Otherwise, they're going to break some plates, get the football into the glass cupboard, and so on. So just like as a mom, when you have your children's friends come over, you make sure they're engaged either in some activities or in some food. In the same way, when you're in a Sangha, when you come together, some activity definitely makes a big difference. So I feel that this group is definitely ticking all the right boxes. That's why it's staying together for so long and doing so many nice things, isn't it? So you should all pat yourself on the back.
Here there is a question: when does birth not happen?
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you clearly, Someshwar.
When does rebirth not happen? पुनर्जन्म कब नहीं होता है? ये प्रश्न है.
When does rebirth not happen? You know, when you don't worry about rebirth, that's mukti. Freedom is not about negating something, but transcending something. Just say, for example, supposing you are addicted to chocolate cake. Now, saying that I won't eat it, that becomes another impression. So freedom really is to have the choice. Not having choice is not freedom, but to have the choice is freedom. So what is called mukti is the ability to choose when to come, when not to come. Otherwise, you would ask, hey, isn't Gurudev enlightened? Isn't he mukt? Isn't he free? Then why has he taken birth? So once Gurudev said this so beautifully, he said, when you don't have any desires for yourself, then you desire for the world. And if you notice, that gives you the will to live. Otherwise, it could be very easy to say, hey, I don't have anything else, nothing to do now. So turn the desire for freedom, when we understand what it means, then we can go in the right direction. Otherwise, it feels, hey, I like being here so much. Why do people tell me don't have desires? Why do people tell me don't come back again when this place is so nice, when we have such nice people coming on the Zoom call? Why should I not come back? In the same way, when you enjoy this Zoom call, when you enjoy the Sangha, and someone tells you don't go to the Sangha, don't go to the session, Then you'll say, why? Because I enjoy it. In the same way, with life also, life is full of joy and it's perfectly okay to come back. But when you have a choice when to come back, that's freedom. Does that make sense? Great.
Yeah, the next question is, what is meant by giving up all the sankalpas? Whenever I do involve sankalpa in everything, even if I have to do good things that involve the sankalpa, why do I to drop? Why sankalpa is called dropping the sankalpa?
When we hold on to something, just like the seeds, only if you drop the seeds can the plant grow. If you keep holding the seeds in your hands, the plant will never grow. It will not fulfill its purpose. The purpose of a sankalpa is to fructify into a result, the purpose of every intention is to manifest. If you say, I want my intention, then it's not going to manifest. It's like saying, unless the cocoon breaks, the butterfly will not come out. And if you say, hey, I like my cocoon, why should I break it? Then the egg needs to break for the chicken to come out. If you say, well, the egg is very nice, why should I break the egg? Well, because only by breaking the egg will it fulfill its purpose. In the same way, the purpose of an intention is to manifest. And if you say, I will hold on to my intention, then you have spoiled the purpose. And how will you make the purpose manifest? How will you make it fulfill its purpose? By giving it energy. It's like, how will you make sure that your phone functions? By charging it. In the same way, how do we charge our intentions? By attaching it to the main socket. Just like you charge a phone by attaching it to the main line, and the electricity flows in the line, and that charges a phone. The same way, offering the sankalpa to the divine charges it, and that allows it to manifest, to do its work. Isn't this path so beautiful?
Yeah, this is a common question that many people who come across reading the Yog Vaashishtha or they hear about it, that there are so many things which are so abstract because it doesn't make for the intellect, it doesn't make sense. How do we make this Yog Vaashishtha knowledge a reality or in a day-to-day routine life? How can we use it? That's the question.
The whole purpose of the Yoga Vaashishtha is to reduce our dependence on the intellect. We depend so much on the intellect. But as children, we used to live in a world which was full of magic. Your baby doll was alive for you. Even objects had life when we were children. And as we grew older, even people became objects to manipulate. The Yoga Vaashishtha is all about going back to that innocence of childhood, to be able to see possibilities. How will freedom come when we can see more possibilities? Just imagine there's a cow that's tied with a rope to a peg in the center. How far can the cow go to graze? Only the length of the rope. If you want to give the cow more freedom, you need to make the rope longer. Now think of the intellect as the rope. And we have only a certain way of looking at the world. हम दुनिया को किसी एक तरह से ही देखते हैं. So when we increase the length of the rope, and that's what the stories of the Yoga Vaashishtha do. So what do we do? How do we make it part of our life? Again and again reading them. And you will notice, just like when you paint something, when you put on the first coat of paint, it doesn't catch fully. But then one more layer, another layer, and then it just kind of becomes so clear. When we are studying mathematics in school, maybe we had to do a little bit of practice sums, and then it became very easy. When we learned how to ride a bicycle, The first time we sat on the bicycle, it seemed not in this lifetime, not for me. Me and the bicycle are not made for each other. But with a little practice, it became not. So if the Yoga Vaashishtha feels fantastic, feels completely out of our experience, feels not relatable, then all you need to do is again and again and again go through it. And that process makes something wonderful come out. So don't worry if it doesn't make sense, but know that the grace of the Master, the grace of the Guru, definitely allows us to achieve that which we can't achieve by ourselves.
Thank you so much, Kashi Bhaiyya. Often Gurudevs have been found saying that this entire world is not real. This is the unreal world. And you also often say the same thing. And Yoga Vaashishtha we are reading, it also is giving us the same message. Can you please explain that to us?
So what is real, what is unreal? In the Shastra, it says, Trikala Badhitam Tat Satyam. What is the Satya? What is the truth? That which is not obstructed by the past, present, and future. If something is eternal, then that's true. If something is changing, it was true yesterday, it's false now. It's true now, but it's false later on. Then that's not the absolute truth. So, what is it that doesn't change? And if you look at it, every one of us feels there's something in me that has not changed. I am the same person. And the body has changed, thoughts have changed, but something in me has not changed. So, getting to that is the whole purpose of all this sadhana. And to the extent we are able to do that, and it's not going to happen overnight for sure. So, what can help us to get there when we see that, hey, all of this is changing? So if I say my thoughts are changing, this world is changing, people are changing, ideas are changing, opinions are changing. And when we see that, then we can see that, hey, this is not real. It was true yesterday, it's not true anymore. And when we look at the world like that, we see that all of this is Maya. It's all a changing world. Just imagine if you try to hold on to mercury. Have you seen those mercury droplets? You try to hold on and it just runs away. Or have you ever tried to catch a mischievous child? The more you try to catch, the more they run away. The same with our own mind. And the same with our idea of the truth. The more we tend to catch it, the more it seems to run away. But in the process of doing that, something beautiful happens. And so, Gurudev says so beautifully that fake it till you make it. So, know that whether you like it or not, this is the truth. It's like gravity. Whether you believe in gravity or don't believe in gravity, you'll still stay on Earth. Yeah. But when Newton wrote down the laws of gravity, then we were able to use those laws and come up with so many machines, so many things came up. Aeroplanes were built on those principles. So once we understand the reality, it allows us to build on that. And that allows us to really move forward in life. Does that make sense? And that's why knowledge helps us in moving ahead. One last question.
Thank you so much, Kashi Bhaiyya. As you also come from the IIT and the technology background, and also been on this spiritual path for being so long with Gurudev. Here there is a question from Usha ji that we watched this video called, and it all talks about quantum mechanics, quantum. Often there is a myth that the science and spiritually doesn't go along. And then at the end of the day, scientists also agree to the Yog Vaashishtha, and finally they say that there is something more to be known. What does this more mean to you, or what is it that you would like to advise to us?
You know, it's unique for each and every person. Everyone has their own path. So we don't have to compare with someone else. Oh, Kashi Bhaiyya has a beard and long hair, I should also have a beard and long hair. No way. Everyone has their own path in life. And so you find out for yourself. That's why Gurudev says so beautifully, one who knows will not tell, and one who says does not know. Because it's not the answer, but the way we get to the answer, that is so valuable. So wake up, and you can get inspired by others for sure, but find your own path. And that's what the Yoga Vaashishtha is all about. It's about culturing the mind. And when we do this again and again and again, the mind opens up and says, yes, of course, there is much more to life than what is obvious, whatever the intellect gathers. So once again, I'm saying it's not about negating the intellect, but about transcending the intellect. And that they are two completely different things. One is saying that what I'm seeing, that's wrong. And the other is saying that what I'm seeing is not necessarily right. Though it seems very similar, it actually means completely different things. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Bhaiyya, for such a wonderful insights about the Yoga Vaashishtha.
Richa is wanting to say. Go ahead, Richa.
Yeah, go ahead, Richa ji.
Jai Gurudev, Kashi Bhaiyya.
Jai Gurudev.
On this path of knowledge, when I'm doing certain courses, so my family kind of tells me at times that you don't have time now, or you are doing one course after the other. So I mean, what is the explanation? Like getting busy in my own self, or क्या होगा? मतलब ये वैरागी की तरफ जा रहे हैं, or find this like time.
There is no right answer.
Okay.
So ये मत सोचो कि one technique will work everywhere. And it's not so much about what you say, but who you are that really matters. Have you noticed that a lot of times different people say the same things, but you believe some people and you don't believe others? So it's not about the words, but it's about your conviction. And so a lot of times, even if you don't say anything, people do get it, isn't it? And
Yeah.
sometimes we put so many words and it just confuses the matter even more. So Gurudev usually quotes this Zen proverb. He says, when you're confused, take a pillow and go to bed. And that's the way to move ahead.
Yeah, one more question. Please take it. We want Yoga Vaashishtha, the entire series to happen again. We being Ram and Gurudev being the Vaashishtha. Can you please request Gurudev to have sessions on Yoga Vaashishtha? He has done on all other scriptures but Yoga Vaashishtha. So please get it done.
Definitely. I'll definitely pass on your request for sure.
Okay.
You know, there is a story. Once upon a time, long ago, it was just after Navratri, and we were all sitting in Shakti Kutir with Gurudev, some teachers, and sabki plan ban rahi thi. They're making plans, who will go where, teach what, whatever. And Gurudev was saying, okay, you go to UP, you go here, you go there. And we were all saying, yes, Gurudev, ho jayega, it will all happen. Yes, we'll do it. Suddenly he stopped and said, Are, you should be making the plans and I should be blessing you. Yes, it will happen. यहाँ तो उल्टा ही हो रहा है. मैं प्लान बना रहा हूँ और आप बोल रहे हो जाएगा. So it's so interesting how we make plans for Gurudev, and definitely because Gurudev loves us so much that he has such a beautiful connection with each one of us, That's why he listens to all of us and makes us feel that, yeah, it's our plan. And in all these years with Gurudev, if I've learned anything, it is to know that just to go with the flow. At the same time, if at all there is any place where you have to give your sankalpa, your intention, your desires, it is to the Guru. So definitely your intention will be passed on, and know that whatever is best will definitely happen. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Jai Gurudev, everyone. Have fun, rest well, keep smiling. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru.
Jai Gurudev, Kashi Bhaiyya, thank you so much for joining. On behalf of our entire team, we express the gratitude and please pass on lots of blessings from you as well.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you.
Jai Gurudev. So that was Kashi Bhaiyya with us. I understand there were some questions that we could not take it today. So we have Yatin, our mentor, also here with us. So if you still have few questions to be asked, you are welcome to ask them. Here there is a question, Yatin. While being focused on identifying your own self, how can we get deviated by the worldly things, situations, and people around? What to do when this very realization starts bugging oneself and not able to accept anything or anyone around and tears fall down? That's the question here is coming. Preeti ji, are you around? Preeti ji is one of our regular attendee of Yog Vaashishtha session, and today happens to be her son's birthday. So wish you many happy returns of the day, Atmaj. Preeti ji, is it a possibility that you can switch on your video and we can greet Atmaj directly? You can unmute yourself, Preeti ji, if you are around.
Yeah, Jai Gurudev. Actually, we are driving towards home, and I have to pick up Atmash from his friend's place. He's celebrating his birthday there, so I still not picked him up. So just a second, I'll just park the car somewhere.
No, if you happen to reach time, do
actually, I know you wanted to wish him. But he's not around, but I will pass on this message, and at least I was able to join for some time with Kashi Bhaiyya. That is the real blessing I feel. And if Yatin ji also can answer the question, that question I asked, which is from Atmaj actually.
Wow, that's very nice. We'll pick up the question in a while. Let us first wish Atmaj and then we'll pick up the question. सागर में एक लहर थी तेरे नाम की, सागर में एक लहर थी तेरे नाम की, तुझे मुबारक खुशियाँ आत्मज्ञान की, तुझे मुबारक खुशियाँ आत्मज्ञान की, तुझको है अनंत में जाकर मिल जाना, तुझको है अनंत में जाकर मिल जाना, तू है सुंदर फूल इस संसार की, तू है सुंदर फूल इस संसार की. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to dear Atman, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. नाम भी बड़ा सुंदर है, आत्मज्ञान की बात करते हैं, and many happy returns of the day.
Thank you so much, Someshwar Bhaiyya. Thank you very much, all of you. Jai Gurudev. That really means a lot. It's
Jai.
Jai.
Yeah, I have to meet everybody. There was some background noise. You can pick up a question by Preeti ji Yatin.
So answer to this question will come in next few days. Yog Vaashishtha Rishi has given an answer to it directly. Okay, it is, and what Kashi Bhaiyya also mentioned the same thing. Just continue on this path. Okay, these are our impressions which make us get stuck in people's situation, and it will take some time to break those impressions. It is again the same answer. You have a wall, keep on hammering, it is going to break. That's all. So you have that confidence. Your hammers will definitely work. You are going to break it.
Thank you so much, Yatin. I'm sure people will have more questions. Everybody is wishing Atmaj a happy birthday even on the chat. So आज हम लोग रुक जाते हैं. This journey is not finishing though. We'll continue to meet in the morning and in the evening. Find out your suitable time. Get a book. There are multiple versions of the book available. We are referring to this particular book. It's called Subodh Yog Vaashishtha in Marathi by Suman Mahadevkarji. Then there is also a book written by Swami Venkateshananda that is available in English. And there is also Mahakavya Maharamayana, that is the version available in Hindi. So I have posted the links to those WhatsApp group. Join there. We will also share the PDF versions of that along with it. And then you can also order the books and get it from either Amazon, Flipkart, or this Marathi book. Even we are also sending it to the people just as a seva. So if you feel like having this book as a physical copy, reach out to myself, Yatin, or Sangeeta ji. Before I just wind up with this session, I want to thank you really entire our team. We have Sangeeta ji with us, Usha ji regularly joins with us. No? So all the entire wonderful team. Do we have Anjali with us? Yeah, and then Kavita ji, no? All our entire team. No? Thank you so much for making this Yog Vaashishtha a reality for us. Also want to thank Yatin ji, who is our mentor, who is kind of driving all these sessions. So it is because of him we got introduced to Yog Vaashishtha. No doubt, Gurudev always have been telling us to read these. We also have Sachin ji with us. She's been continuing this journey since start and contributing toward this journey. So thank you so much to all of you. That is what he said, Kashi Bhaiyya. So it is the Sangha, it is the team that is taking us ahead. And the source is Master himself. So yeah, the books Anamika ji is asking. The first book is Marathi version of it. It is called as Subodh Yog Vaashishtha by Suman Mahadevkar. You can directly contact any one of us. We'll send this book you right at your home delivery. Then Usha ji, would you like to show that book which you are carrying? Yeah. So if you can unmute yourself, speak, and then you will be spotlighted. Then it will be visible to the people. Just speak about it, and then you will be highlighted.
Oh, this is a great book. There are 1,200 pages, but it goes into a little more detail. The words are just beautiful and inspirational. I thought it was going to be a long read, but it's a very pleasurable read.
Thank you so much, Usha. This same author, Swami Venkateshananda, also comes in a smaller version, the Supreme Yoga. So that is also, is it available with someone, Yatin, if you want to show that? If it is available, just show it. Okay, we have to get it. No worries. But be with us, and then we guide you about all these things. Hindi version is also there, English is also there.
Neelu is having it. Yeah.
Neelu, yes, one second. Neelu ji, let me just spotlight you. And you can just show it to the team so that it becomes easier. Yeah, just speak about it, Neelu, unmute yourself and speak. otherwise it won't be visible.
Actually, this is a more concise form of the same book that Ushaji carries, the Yoga Vaashishtha. This is like more brief, but there are certain very enlightening kind of inspirational thoughts are put into a darker, a bolder print. So it seems like good, but yes, if I have to choose a book, frankly, I would choose the one that is the 1200 page by the same author, the one that Ushaji showed. I didn't know about it, but I bought this, but that's good too. But I would, if I have to buy, I would buy that one, if I have to choose.
Thank you so much, नीलू जी. तो यहाँ पे लैंग्वेज का कोई कंस्टेंट नहीं है. हम लोग मराठी में बात करते हैं, हम लोग हिंदी में बात करते हैं, अंग्रेजी में. मराठी मधनं सुद्धा आम्ही बोलतो, हम लोग हिंदी में भी बात करते हैं, and we speak in English also. So do join and choose your language. We have formed the 3 groups: Marathi, Hindi, English. Choose your language, be comfortable with that, and let's continue this journey together. With that note, expressing gratitude to each one of you, expressing gratitude to that Guru, bowing down to that Guru Tattva, which is there in each one of you. We'll take a pause here. स्वल्प विराम लेते हैं ताकि हम लोग कल से एक बार फिर से मिल पाए. जय गुरुदेव.
Jai Gurudev.
जय गुरुदेव संगीता जी. जय गुरुदेव.